What's up, guys? It's your boy Zay. I got a very special video for you today, so just stay tuned. So you want to work with TMC? Well, you click the right video. So I'm going to tell you step by step on what to expect from the point you first apply for TMC and to the point you leave your trainer and drive down the road in your own truck. TMC black and chrome truck, that's what you want to hear, right? I got it for you. So basically, when you apply to TMC, you have 3 ways to identify yourself as a new driver for TMC. And I don't mean this in a way that the 3 ways are different, as you will be a different employee to TMC. At the end of the day, you will all be the same employee, a driver for TMC. But you have 3 ways to be identified in terms of going through training. Your first way is if you don't have no CDL and you wish to join TMC Cdl school. That's the first way. The second way is if you have your own CDL but you have no experience. That's the second way. And the third way is if you have experience and you have a CDL, that's the third way you can come on. Now, for the first way, if you don't have no CDL and no experience, then you can go ahead and assume that you will have a 3-week-long class, 3 to 4 week long, about 3 weeks, 3 weeks long of training, and then you will have about 5 weeks of in the truck training with your trainer. Now, as for the second way is if you have experience, if you have your CDL but no experience, it's about 2 weeks of training. And then you go with a trainer, and sometimes it varies on how long you stay in the truck with your trainer. It all depends on how good of a driver you are and how your trainer feels, and if he or she is comfortable with you to go ahead and put you on your own truck. And the third way is about 1 week. I'm pretty sure if you have your CDL and flatbed experience, is about 1 week. And I'm not too sure about how long you stay with a trainer. It can vary between the 1 and 5 weeks, but you're pretty low in the weeks. I'm not sure, but I know you have to go with a trainer, but I really doubt that you'll be with a trainer for 5 weeks. Now, for the ACDL class, is what they call it at TMC, is when you are coming along onto TMC and you get your CDL with TMC, this is what you need to look forward to. The first week, that first Sunday, you will go to the hotel that you are assigned, or it depends on what location you are. But the location I went to, which was in Gaston, South Carolina, you go to the hotel, you check in with the hotel clerk, and he'll give you the schedule. You need to be ready at this time, that time, whatever, to catch the bus the next morning. And that next week, that Monday, it's all about signing paperwork and basically the regular hiring process that you can expect. It's a little bit more because now you're dealing with driving. You have to get your DOT physical. You have to pass that before you do anything else. If you don't pass your DOT physical, you go home right then and there. But after you pass your DOT physical, what you will be doing that first week is a lot of paperwork the first day. The second day, I think you do some straight line backing, but majority of that first week is paperwork, and you will be doing the online TMC testing. TMC has their own testing system where they just they give you the material that you need to learn, and they basically test you on it. So that can just be general knowledge, air brakes, safety, all this and that and the third that TMC wants to make sure that you know before you get into their truck. Now, for that first weekend, what you'll be doing is securement. Yep, almost forgot. You'll be doing low securement that first weekend. Now, low securement you'll be doing with the other class that has their CDLs but no experience. You guys will be together. Now, you'll be doing, at least where I was in South Carolina, and you will be doing low securement where you'll be learning how to use the chains, do X straps, this, and so on and so forth. That's what you'll be doing that first weekend. So, unless you live in South Carolina, be prepared. You will be away from home. You will be away from home. So, go ahead and expect that early mornings and sometimes late nights, especially when you're driving. But that first weekend, low securement. TMC has a good way on training you guys. Well, if you are interested, you guys, the new trainees that come on, they have a good system. So don't really worry about it. It is a fast pace because you do get your CDL in 3 weeks. But they have a good job at, they do it so much that they do it to a T. So it shouldn't be a problem. But you do need to apply yourself. But like I said, I got off track. That first weekend is load securement, and you have a test on load securement on that Sunday. And the trainer, usually pretty good. He goes through everything you need to know, so shouldn't be a problem. Second week, strictly driving. Strictly driving. You're doing straight back, offset. Your skill testing, basically straight back, offsetting, backing, and parallel backing, and you're on the road driving. And this is every day from that point on, every day until you're ready to take your CDL. Also, you will be having to spend time on learning your pre-trip. I can't stress this enough. Pay close attention and make sure you put a lot of effort into learning that pre-trip. Like I said, TMC has a system on doing this, so you should be able to get it because it's very repetitive, very repetitive. And this is key because on the pre-trip, you can't miss anything in cab. You might miss a few out, you know what I'm saying, outside. You're doing the trailer couplings, all this and that and third. But as for inside, you can't miss anything. So make sure you take that time, and they will test you. And they might not really put it on a pen and paper, but they will check your progress. And if they feel like that you're not getting it on the time period they need to give it to you, they give you plenty of time. But if you're not getting it, they might send you home. I know a few people that got sent home when I was in my training. So it's not this is not to stress you out, but this is just to give you a heads up that TMC has a schedule. They have a good course, but if they do not feel confident in you, they will send you home. Now, some of the other terminals, they will let you go all the way to the Cdl testing. And if you fell out then and there, you just, that's it. But yeah, like I said, that second week with the ACDL class, you're just driving, doing your skill backing, and learning that pre-trip. That's basically till you will do that until you test out. I mean, that's it. You just strictly driving and backing and learning your pre-trip until that third week. It's either after that third week or on that third week. I think it's after that third week. I think you go 3 full weeks in training, then you go take your test. I believe that's how they do it. But yeah, that's what you're doing, driving, backing, and don't worry too much about the backing because like I said, TMC has a great way on telling you this. They know the pinpoints when you need to put the trailer to fit right in. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So don't stress it out. So if you're thinking like, dang, how can I learn this in the third? I've done it. I know, a lot of other people that have done it. It's just, you have to really apply yourself and focus. You have to focus and take this serious because once you get your CDL, that's it. You're good to go. Now you're just driving and learning the ropes. But yeah, so that second and third week, strictly driving, and then you go and take your CDL testing. And once you take that CDL testing and you pass, which you will pass, once you take that CDL testing, you'll get with your training coordinator, and then they will get you locked in with your trainer, and you're all good to go. Now, once you with your trainer, you got 5 weeks. 5 weeks to get. Now I think it's 8 to 10,000 miles. When I did it, I have to get over 10,000. But now I think it's 8 to 10,000. You have that time period to get that done. Your first 2 weeks is basically you just learning the ropes, getting in the truck, getting with your trainer, y'all getting comfortable, you learning everything, getting your time behind the seat, and learning securement, this and that and the third, learning about, truck washes, that, this and that and so on. But that third week, that's when you start doing teaming. That's when you're going to be working a little bit harder. So be prepared for that. So if you're not used to staying up late and or staying up, being focused on a long period of time, you need to think about this before you get this job. Now, it will be pretty tough from my experience. It was kind of tough, especially driving at nighttime, being up long periods of time. But once you get that rhythm, it's all good to go. But I will say this: once you do park, you're going straight to sleep. Now, I mean, that's just me personally. I might watch a little TV, but like right today, I got a little bit extra time to make this video. But you go straight to sleep. And another thing, I know I'm getting off key, but this is very important that, I'm a new driver, but if anybody asks me this, it's the answer I'm giving. If you are tired, or if you do not feel comfortable in any weather or conditions that you're driving in, please pull over. TMC will tell you this. Please pull over. I know that load is important, but you need to pull over because your safety is first. Safety is first. Everything else is second. As long as you're not out, bull jiving, doing this and that third, stopping every truck stop that you pass. If you get tired, if you do not feel comfortable driving, you don't feel good, please pull over. It will benefit you in the long run. And I say that because you're safe. That's all that matters. So that's the good run up with the ACDL class until you get with your trainer. And that's what you need to look forward to. On to the next. Now for that second weekend, if you are ACDL class, you will get done that second weekend. You will finish up on Saturday. You'll finish up about 12. You'll finish up early. And that second weekend, only thing you guys will be doing is 45 backing. That's it. 45 backing, just getting you ready to be with your trainer and making sure you know how to do 45 backing. So once you do that second weekend, 45 backing down pat, you're good to go. But this is for the ACDL class, and this is for all the classes that, whatever class you're in, whether it's if you have your CDL no experience or CDL and experience, you have to test out with TMC. This is not the CDL test. So for the ACDL class, you will test out, you'll do a driving test and a pre-trip test before you get sent off to get your CDL, do your CDL testing. And once you finish with your trainer, you will come back and test out again, but that test out will be a 45 backing test out and a driving test. But I forgot to say this as well. Before you get with your trainer, you will be asked what name do you want on your truck, if you want DirecTV, and if you were in the military, what service did you serve for, whether that's if you was in the Navy, the Army, or the Marines, whatever it is. They will ask you that because they will recognize you on the side of your truck. All right, so for the people that have their CDL but no experience, is what you need to expect for when you come on TMC. So this is what you need to expect. So just like the first ACDL class, this is what you need to expect. You clock in, you check in with the clerk on the Sunday, and they'll tell you what time to be ready for the bus on Monday. When you get ready on Monday, you drive over to the facility. They will separate you into the groups. I didn't say that in the first class, but they basically will separate you to be with the people that you belong to. So if you're in the ACDL class, the ACDL people go with the ACDL class, so on and so forth. So and I didn't say this in the first video too. You will have to do, after you go do your DLT testing, everybody has to do the DLT testing. This is regardless if you already have one. You can have one already, but you will take a DLT test with TMC. It doesn't matter. But once you finish that, you will come back and you'll do a physical test. And this physical test will check and make sure that you can get on top of a flatbed trailer without jumping on the wheels on the back of the trailer, none of that. You have to be able to push your body weight up. They have a way that you can get up there, so don't worry about that. And then they will make sure that you can lift up a lumber tarp. I'm not sure how much it weighs, but it can be pretty heavy, especially in the wintertime and when it's raining. But you have to be able to pick up a lumber tarp the correct way and steel tarp. But yeah, everybody has to do that, so be prepared for that. It's not that bad, it's not that bad. You can get it done, so don't worry about that. Let's keep it pushing. So just like the ACDL class, you have to do your that first week. You have to do all your TMC testing. So like I said before, the TMC just want to make sure you up to date with the rules and regulations and making sure that everybody's on the right track. TMC is on the right track, you are on the right track, and then they want to make sure I didn't say this in the first video too. Now that I'm going over this stuff, I'm forgetting, but they want to make sure you know how to do your logs too. So be ready for that, and that's that. And then, like I said, that first weekend, you will be with the ACDL class, and you'll do securement. So you go over securement, learn how to do chain coils, sheet metal, slinkies, all this and that and third. And then only thing you'll be doing, basically the only thing you'll be doing for that first week is the testing, but you will be driving. You will start driving that first week. I don't know if it's that Monday you'll start driving or if you start on Tuesday, but you will start driving and you'll be shifting and driving. This is important because you will test out next week. And if If TMC does not feel like you can go through the gears and switch and do a 45 backing, then you will get sent home. So the second week, only thing you'll be doing for TMC besides the testing, you guys are just going to be driving. So that second week, you're going to be driving and doing 45 backing. That's it. 45 backing. And that Friday, I believe, you will test out. I mean, that's it. You got to drive. They're going to check your driving, make sure you can drive good. And you will do shifting through the gears. They'll make sure you shift good, because TMC will not put you with a trainer if they feel like you cannot do this the correct way. And you'll be doing 45 testing. So once you do that 45 testing, that driving, and that switching gears, you're all good. You fill out some paperwork. You clean out the trucks. I didn't say that on the last video either. All drivers, all the people that's going through TMC, once you finish with their trucks, you have to clean it out. And then they will ask you the same thing, like I said, for the ACL class, they will ask you what name you want and so on and so forth, and you be out with your trainers. Now, as for how long you be with your trainers, I'm not sure. It varies, because I heard people say that they've been with their trainer for a whole 5 weeks. Some say 4 weeks, and I heard some say I was with my trainer for a week. I was with my trainer for 2 weeks. So it all depends on how good you are and if your trainer feels good with you being in your own truck. And once you get with your own truck, and this is for the ACL class as well, once you get back and you finish with your trainer, you will test out again, and they will make sure you do your 45 backing, and they will make sure that you do your 45 backing, and you'll do a driving test. Then once you finish that, you do some paperwork, and you'll get sent over to your truck. You find your truck, you test drive your truck. If your truck is all good, you go to this, in South Carolina, they had a separate location where you go pick up your equipment and your securement and stuff. You go over there, pick up your equipment, your securement, make sure everything's good on your truck. And once you're good to go, once you're back, you get dispatched and you on the road. So that's for the second way you can come on TMC if you have your CDL with no experience. So that's what you need. Now for the CDL guys that have their CDL and they got experience, guys, this is a quick process for y'all. Y'all be there for a week. They make sure you do, they go over low securement. Let me rewind. So just like the other guys, you will come on Sunday, and then I know this is very repetitive, but you come on Sunday, check in with the clerk. They'll tell you what time to be ready in the morning for the bus. Then once you get there in the morning, you separate with your groups. You do you get ready to do your DLT testing, your DLT physical. Come back, you do the physical test that they want you to do, and then I think that first day you do securement. That just making sure. I don't know if they test you on securement or not. I think that just makes sure you know how to do it. They might still test you on securement, but it's really a quick process for you guys. And then that whole week is really just driving. You basically do what we do, just all in 1 week. They just making sure that you know how to do it. That's really it. And then that Friday, I believe you guys test out, and they ask you, like I said with the other guys, what kind of truck you want, your name, this and that. But you will test out that Friday, and then they'll ask you all these questions, get with your trainer coordinator, and then you'll be placed with your trainer. Then once you finish up with your trainer, I'm not sure how long you be with them guys. It all depends on what kind of drive you are. But then when you come back, you test out again. And just like I said for the other guys, you test drive your truck, and then you get your securement, and you all good to go. So quick and easy process for you guys. So that's what you need to look forward to. Now, for the training, you will get paid during training. Now, from my understanding, I'm not going to say no pay that you will get paid, but it does vary because, a lot of people leave their jobs to come on to TMC. So, they have to compensate for either if you have kids, bills, this and that, the pay. So that will vary. But you will get paid during training, being with your trainer. And the first 2 weeks in your own truck, I don't think this varies with drivers. I think it's every driver that comes on, new driver. The first 2 weeks in your truck, you're guaranteed $1,000. You're guaranteed $1,000 unless you make more than $1,000 to your truck. And with TMC, you can choose if you want to get paid per mile or percentage per load. Now, for the new drivers with the ACDL, ACDL class, we start off at 26%. I think the other guys start off at 27. So if you have your CDL, and you come on the TMC with your CDL, I think you start at 27. I'm not sure. Leave down in the comments if you're a TMC driver and kind of let me know. But most of the guys here do percentages, unless you like in the boat division, whatever, and you might do per mile. But yeah, percentages, and you get paid per load. So 26% per load. So if it's $1,000 load, and you haul $1,000 load, and then that you get 26% of that, so that's $260. So that gives you kind of good mindset on what to expect in terms of this. And the highest you can go in percentage is 34%, but that's very tough. I think most of the guys that do that are like specialized in boat division, this and then the third. But once you get up to the 32%, you know, you can see a big difference. You can see a pretty big difference in terms of the pay versus 26%. So, and I think after you pass 26%, I don't think you are able to go back down to 26%, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, that's what we expect. So my biggest thing is when you come on to TMC, this is the things you need to worry about. Obviously, safety is key. Safety is important. Make sure your safety is put forth. You know, load securement, make sure your load securement, everything is good. Make sure you got, you know, don't rush anything, because, you know, we strapping down stuff on the back. So if that stuff comes loose, then that's on the road. So, you know, now you putting other people's lives in jeopardy and stuff. So make sure you just, you know, take your time with the load securement. Get out and looks. That's huge with TMC. That's huge with me. Get out and look. I don't care if you've been driving for 10,000 years. It can be that one situation when you think you got it and you just don't. Always watch those mirrors. Get out and look if you're not comfortable. And take your time and do it right, you know. And work on getting that percentage. That percentage is very key. And the important things with that percentage is trying to get 5 loads a week. If you get them 5 loads a week, you in good shape. You in good shape to getting your percentage up. And you got other things like auto route. You can get park up points. You get your endorsements like hazmat and stuff like that. Idling is important too. So, you know, sometimes you can't help the idle, especially in the summertime. That'd be smoking. So, but that's a little bit to expect. I will make more videos on with TMC. I got quite a bit I can talk about. Like I said, like I'm trying to get better at this. You know, this won't be my 3rd video, so you know, I'm gonna try to get better. Trying to get better scenery. I'm gonna post some pictures of some of the loads I have. I ain't have really too much crazy loads. I had some loads that kind of got me scared or whatever. But you know, if you do it right, ask your trainer and whoever resource you have, you can call safety. They'll tell you how to scrap it down, chain it down, whatever. So, but TMC has been pretty good with me. You know, every job has the up and downs, but thus far, you know, I don't have really too many complaints with TMC. So, but yeah, like I said, though, I'm gonna be making these videos, this and that, and the third. So y'all stay tuned with me. It's your boy Zay on porting from my truck. And we doing this thing, man. Hey, look, we all out. Peace, love, and happiness. We out.